A very good morning to my dear student. Hope you are fine and doing well. So, in our last class, we discussed about the movement along the demand curve and the shift of the demand. So, in today's class, we will be moving towards our next chapter, that is our theory of demand. Theory of supply, not theory of demand, theory of supply. Theory of demand we have already discussed. So it is our theory of supply. So supply. In demand, we have seen from the consumer point of view. So it was the consumer who decides the demand. But in supply, it is from the producer or the supplier's point of view. We have to be a supplier. If you think yourself as a supplier, then you can understand it very clearly about the supply. When you are going through the supply, so you have to think from the supplier's point of view, not from the consumer's point of view. If you are going through the supplier's point of view, then you can understand it in a much better way. So let us discuss, what is supply? The supply means the quantity of a commodity. The quantity of the commodity that the supplier is willing to supply at a given price within a given time period. Okay? Supplier. The quantity of the commodity. The quantity of the commodity that the supplier is willing to supply at a given price within a given time period. It is called as supply. Because if supply is getting a nice profit, then of course supplier will supply much. And if the supplier is getting a very less profit, then he will stop the production or he will supply very less quantity because he is not getting much of the profit. So without profit he can't run the business. So ultimately the supplier has to shut down the production unit. So if he is getting a nice profit, then of course supplier will increase the production unit. Okay, the supply for the product and the quantity demanded, it has a direct relation. Try to understand. It has a direct relation. The supply of the quantity and the price, it plays a direct role. Okay, if the price increases, the supply for the commodity also increases. If the price decreases, the supply for the commodity also decreases. Understood? The price for the commodity and the supply for the commodity, the quantity which must be supplied. Okay, it has what relation? It has indirect relation. There isn't any direct relation between the price and the quantity supplied. So next topic we will be discussing about the determinants. What are the determinants? Okay. Determinants means factors which affect the supply of the commodity. The factors which affect the supply for the commodity. So, point number one, it says that, okay, price of the product. Price of the product. Okay, the price of the product. Okay. So, price of the product plays the main role in the supply. If the price of the product, okay, if the price of the product in the market, if it is high, then the supply for that quantity, the supply for the commodity will be more. And if the price of the product will be less, then the supply for the commodity will be less. It depends upon the price. Okay. So price of the commodity or price of the commodity, okay, of the product or price of the commodity, okay, both are same. Okay, next is your let's come through a book. Goals of the producer. So here, goals of the producer, it plays the main role. Goals of the producer, it plays the main role in determining the supply of the commodity. There are two goals mostly. Mostly there are two goals: profit maximization and sales maximization. So if the supplier wants much of the profit, then what he'll do? If the supplier wants much of the profit, then he will raise the price. He will raise the price. And if the supplier wants much of the sale, then by decreasing the price of the commodity, by decreasing the price of the commodity, he will make much of the consumer. He will make much of the consumer by decreasing the price of the commodity, and he will sell much, because if there is less price, then of course the consumer will come, much of the consumer will come, much of the consumer will get attracted, and if the price is much, then consumer won't be attracted. So sales maximization and profit maximization. If the supplier is thinking profit maximization, then the price of the commodity may be high, and if the supplier is thinking of sales maximization, then the price for the commodity will be less. Next point number 3. Price of other commodities, as it is in a book. Excuse me. Price of other commodities. See here, when the prices of all other commodities increases, it becomes more profitable for the producers to produce those commodities. Consequently, the supply of the existing commodity falls, and vice versa. Thus, the supply of commodity depends upon the prices of all other commodities. If the prices of all other commodities increases, if the prices of all other commodities increases, then it becomes more profitable for the producers to produce those commodities, because if the price of the commodity increases, means he will be getting the maximum profit. The producer, he will be getting the maximum profit, and he can earn much of the profit. In that case, he will produce more. He will produce more of the given commodities. At the higher prices, he will produce more of the given commodities, because he will get the maximum of the profit. If he will get maximum profit, of course, no doubt, he will produce more and more and more. Next, price of related goods. Here, price of related goods. There are two kinds of goods. They are substitute goods. Substitute goods, and you can see as a joint goods. The goods which are used together, they are called joint goods, and the goods which are used in place of other goods, it is called substitute goods. If one product is disliked by the consumer, it is other goods take its place. It is called substitute goods. And when two goods are used together, it is called joint goods. So what the producer will do. So when the price of joint goods rises in the market, when the price of joint good rises in the market, then what the supplier will do or the producer will do? So producer will supply more of the product, because in that case producer will find profit, much profitable in producing the goods, because he is getting more profit. And if the price rises in the market, then in that case the producer will supply more substitute goods or your joint goods. Joint goods, take example of tea and sugar, car and petrol. If the price of the car increases in the market, then the producer will get much of the profit. Then the producer will try to produce more, because he will be getting much of the profit. Just you take example of tea and a sugar. If the price of the sugar rises in the market, then the producer will try to produce more, because he will be getting much of the profit. So this way the producer manipulates the market. The more the price, the more the production. Lesser the price, lesser is the production. So wherever the producer finds much of the profit, the producer will produce more. If the producer is finding less of the profit, in that case the producer will supply less or produce less. So in price of the related goods, there are two kind of goods. They are substitute goods and they are joint goods. Substitute goods are those goods which are used in place of other goods, and joint goods are those goods which are used together. Next is your price of factors of production. Prices of factor of production. So the supply of a commodity is also influenced by the prices of the factor of production. There are how many factor of production? As you have studied, there are 4 factor of production. There are 4 factor of production. What are they? They are land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. So here, if the price of the factor of production, will fall down in the market, then the producer has to pay less to them. But his profit margin will not be less. His profit margin will be more, because earlier whatever price he was selling, he will be selling in same price, or he will be selling in little bit more price, because the price won't go down. And when the price, he will be selling in the same price or little bit more price, means in both the case the producer will be getting much of the profit. Why much of the profit? Because here the prices of the factor of production, the rates of them, it has decreased. So once it has decreased, the profit margin automatically it increases. If the cost of factor of production decreases, then the production increases. And if the cost of factor of production increases, then the production decreases, because the producer has to pay more to them. And in that case the producer is getting less of the profit, because he is saving less. And when he is saving less, means his profit margin is decreasing. And if his profit margin is decreasing, means he is producing less. He will produce less. And if the cost of production has decreased, means his production will increase, and if the cost of production is increased, then production will decrease. Okay, here the vice versa. The case is opposite. Okay. Next, state of technology. Okay. State of technology. Means what kind of technology the producer will be using. What kind of technology. So whether the producer is using the outdated technology or the producer using the modern technology. Okay. If the producer is using the outdated technology, then what will happen? The cost of production will be more. The cost of production will be more. Efficient utilization of resources, it won't be there. Means there will be wastage, much of wastage, and moreover, the production will be less, and ultimately the producer will be getting less of the profit. Okay, and if the producer is using modern technology, newer technology, then the producer will be getting the maximum production, and through maximum production, the producer can earn much of the profit, and there will be maximum utilization of resources also. There won't be any wastage, and through this, the producer can earn much of the profit because more production. Okay, means wastage of resources is not there, and moreover, he is getting the production up to the max optimum level. Okay, at the same cost. So what is happening? The cost of production, it has decreased, and in old technology the cost of production has increased. Okay, so as I have told here, okay, if the cost of production is less, then production is more. If the cost of production is more, then production is less. So in all outdated technology, the cost of production is more, production is less. In modern technology, the cost of production will become less and output will become more. Okay, this is the case of state of technology. Next is the number of producers. Okay, number of producers. If the number of producers will be more in the market, then there will be much competition. Let me guess. So, if the number of producers is more in the market, then there will be huge competition. And if the number of producers will be less in the market, then it will be, okay, the competition will want to be more. Okay, if the monopoly exists in the market, then the producer himself will dominate the market, and producer will produce more of the commodity. Okay, more of the given commodity. And if the number of sellers monopolistic, that is called monopolistic. And if the number of producer will be more in the market, then every producer will see what goods to produce. Okay, then they can't charge more. Whatever the regional price, okay, they will be charging that only. Okay, and they will work in a safe hand. They will play a very safe role. But if the price is little bit slightly more, then the consumer is going to shift the demand in this case. So they will see the market situation, how the market situation is. Okay, so see, if the number of farms producing a particular commodity increases, market supply for the commodity will increase. Okay, if 5 shops are there, they are dealing in the same product, then what will happen? They will try to compete. So they will try to stock the goods, whatever goods they are producing, they will try to stock the goods. So what will happen? The supply increases because they want to attract the consumer. If there are shortages there in the product, then the consumer will go in other shop. So they don't want the consumer to go to the other shop. So in that case, what they will do? They will try to stock the goods much Okay, so in that case, 5 shops. Take example, 5 shops. So 5 shop means the supply for the product will be more. Okay, the supply for the product will be more in the market, and if there will be less shop, number of producer will be less, then the supply for the product will be less. Okay, so understood. And one more point about profit and losses. So 5 shops, if the supply will be more, if the shops are making a good profit, then they will stay in the market. On the other hand, if the shops are not making much of the profit, if they are suffering losses, then slowly and gradually they will try to leave the market, because okay, it is useless to sit in the market by suffering a loss. So they will try to leave the market because the risk bearing ability will go down. Okay, so point number, okay, it is 7. Point number 7. So future expectation, taxes and subsidies, natural factors, means of transport. So one more point I am going to read. Last point, that is important one. Okay, taxes. 8 point is enough for you. Thus you have to write 5 points. Okay, taxes and subsidies. Okay, taxes and subsidies. If the producer is getting relaxation from the government side, okay, here the government plays a role. If the producer is getting relaxation from the government side, okay, like if the producer is getting subsidies, then in that case the producer will try to produce more, because the government is giving relaxation to the producer. And if the producer is not getting subsidies, moreover the producer has to pay that taxes, more taxes to the government. Okay, in that case the producer will supply less, because the producer is doing much of the expenditure. And moreover, if the producer is paying the taxes, then he will be getting less profit, less benefit. And if the producer is getting subsidies, then in that case the producer will be getting, okay, more profit, because he is paying less to the government. Okay, moreover the government is giving relaxation, okay, many different kind of benefits to the producer, okay, subsidies and all. And if the producer is getting subsidies, lots of benefit, means the producer will be earning more. And if the producer has to pay lots of taxes, then the producer, the money is going from, okay, in the government's hand. Then if the money is going in the government's hand from producer's hand, then the producer is losing the money. And if the producer is losing money or giving more money, then the producer will be having less profit, less benefit. Then in that case, okay, he has to decide where to go. Okay, so subsidy plays the main role in the production unit. If the subsidy is given to the producer, then there will be more production. And if the subsidy is not there, if the taxes are more in the, okay, then the production will be less. Okay, so this is what in today's chapter, today's syllabus. Okay, so theory of supply. So this is what, hope you have understood. And I have given, today early morning I have given some notes, so write that in a notebook. Thank you.